In the previous video, we have been able to see a kind of interaction between the Google form and the Google Sheets. In this video, we shall look at how we can clean data using our Google Sheet. Just like I said in the previous video, that a Google Sheet, Google form, any form of Google kind of things that you're using is a cloud version of what you can find is replicate, something similar in Microsoft Office. So we also have a Google slide, which is like a PowerPoint presentation, just like we have the Microsoft PowerPoint. So now, in this video, what is our focus? Our focus is to be able to clean. How do we clean data in a in a Google Sheet, just like we clean data in Microsoft Excel. This is a survey, and this is the output of the survey in a Google Sheet. How do we clean this? So we go through all the processes of cleaning. One of it is to remove a duplicate. So we, like I told you, that just like we have it in Microsoft Excel, we also have something similar in the Google Sheet. If you go to the file, you can see new. You can open a new spreadsheet. You can import any data from your PC or from anywhere. You can share to the web or with others. You can email the file. You can download. You can rename the sheet. You can move and do sort of things. Under the edit, you can copy and paste. You can also delete some things. Under the insert, you can see chart. Your pivot table is there for you for analysis. You can insert an image from the external, and you can use several functions, just like we have it in Microsoft Excel. We have a lot of functions which you can use when you are using your Google Sheet. A lot of functions. You can even scrap the data from the website into your Google Sheet. You can use a lookup and a lot of functions, just like you can see. You can have a link, you can use a checkbox, a drop down, etc. So here we have the formatting. You can format your numbers, text, alignment, wrapping of text, rotation, just like you have it, your conditional formatting, just like you have it in your Microsoft Excel. We have data. So here, whenever I want to clean this kind of data, let me make this a duplicate. Let me make this a duplicate. I'll just right click and set duplicate. So when I click duplicate, this form has been duplicated here. So for me to analyze, I will go to data. And one good thing about Microsoft Excel, as well as Google Sheet, in particular Google Sheet, is that whenever you want to clean data, you don't need to stress yourself much. You just go to data and you scroll down to data cleanup. Do you see that now? Data cleanup. So when you get to the data cleanup, it will come up with some things. Cleanup suggestions, remove duplicates, trim white space. And these are part of the data cleaning processes. So let's make use of the cleanup suggestions. So the Google Sheet is very smart to help you suggest a better way for you to clean your data. So we are using the cleanup suggestions, and you can see it's telling us some things that trim space. So do you want to trim space in B1? Do you want to trim that? All the irrelevant space. Once I click this, it gets done. Changes apply to 13 cells. Done with cleanup. Get more stats and visualization about your data. So if I want to see some of the column statistics, I will just say this. You can see I can now see how things are being going on each of the dates where people do, or I can click on the distribution also. I can also click on the, and as I click on this, it's moved gently. It's moved gently to each of the column, and I will be able to see the statistics. Can you see the count of no and yes under the column C? Can you see that now? Under column D. So if I want to see the distribution also, that's what I will be clicking on. Can you see? So the distribution will only work for numeric. why the counting will work better for the non-numeric columns. You can see that now. Don't forget, we are in the journey of data cleaning. Let me go back to my data. In the clean options, I've been able to use the cleanup suggestions. So let me remove duplicate. Does my table have headers? Yes, it has headers. Remove duplicate. So if there are duplicates, it said no duplicate rows were found. All the 79 were unique. Can you see that? Making sense? You go back there to the data again. For the cleanup, trim white space. No selected cells have white space. This has also been taken care of. Can you see how smart Google Sheet is? Also, we have, yes, we have been able to exhaust the cleanup options that we have. So now we can now decide if there are columns that are relevant to us. For instance, if I'm not in need of this column, I can right click on it and delete column. If I don't need this also, ethical approval, I can just do away with all this up to the level of, just by pressing the shift key, I'm clicking on each of this and I will delete the columns just like I have it here, column A to E. So, and I have from gender straight down to where I have it. So if I need to put any kind of filter, I'll just go to insert and I will use a filter. Okay, under the data tab, create a filter. So with this, I'll be able to see what I have in each of this. So I might need to remove this first row because there is nothing that is there in particular. Yes, I'm trying to verify that the first row is empty. So I'll just right click and I'll say delete row. So by deleting that row, I can, yes. So we have our column gender. If there's any other thing I would like to do, I can also do that here as well. If I want to filter here for the female gender, I can also filter for that, and boom, I will have it. Filter for female gender. You can filter for the male gender as well. So let me remove this so-called filter. So remove filter, boom. Now I can download this as Excel file if I feel like downloading anything. And if I want to take this, analyze this using a pivot table, I'll just go to the insert, pivot table, in a new worksheet, create. So here I can click on suggested. Sorry, could not get suggestions from the table. So here, it's not seeing this, it's not seeing the data set as something that has headers. Because on the pivot table here, is showing on the pivot table, it's supposed to, okay, we'll click on the edit here. So it's not showing the headers, and the headers supposed to be what would determine what to do. Yep. So it's not showing the headers, so something is wrong with that data. Yep. Something is wrong with the data, which we need to fix that first.